Hey guys, excuse me. Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here. Just been out for a walk. I thought it was actually going to be. I thought it was going to rain because it was quite cloudy. But I saw this chap that I see sometimes when I go to the library, and I decided to. I hope he didn't mind me joining him and his mate for a walk through the fields. But I wasn't going to go through the fields. But since they were going that way, I decided to go. Anywho, sorry, I'm back with another video I thought I'd make just before I go out because me and my brother are going to see my stepdad. Anyway, I'm going way off topic, I'm sorry. I thought I'd make up another video about my passion, which I often talk about, Italian football. Probably can't see which I've talked about before, and I talked about how it's quite a dilemma because I'm normally an anti-imperialist, but just to be a bit quirky, I'm a fan of Italian football and in spite of all its flaws, and I hope to make some positive changes. But I talk about how I want to talk about Asia in April, May, and June, and some of August as well. So I thought that I would, on the subject of Asia, talk about combining the two. So encouraging people from Asia and people from Asian backgrounds around the world to be Italian football fans, like from China and India and countries like that. And I think of all these quirky ideas, like on the 17th of March, which is Italy's Unification Day, hopefully create some events to encourage Pan-Asianism and Pan-Africanism and all sorts of things like that, and like especially China and India coming together, like and playing football with Italians and that sort of thing in different countries. I mean, some games could be in Italy, some in China, and some in India, and that sort of thing. So it helps China and India improve relations as well politically, but hopefully it helps Italians to practice. And to be honest, having so many, I'm a bit biased because I'm a fan of Italian football, of course, but having so many fans of, having so many players or so many people to practice with would really obviously benefit Italian football because of the obviously have more people to practice with, so you have more game time. So obviously the more you practice, hopefully the better you'll get, and also for forming those relationships. So hopefully people find these ideas I talk about football, my passion, like quite interesting. I know I'm a bit nervous sometimes. I don't always get the drama right in my voice and all that kind of thing, but hopefully you enjoy these videos. But yeah, so I dream for if the brand value goes up, like hopefully wealthy owners either from Asia or Arab countries, or well, many of those are in Asia as well, but and also from America and elsewhere will want to buy Italian football clubs and also like practice with Italian football clubs, and also like Italian football clubs could set up academies in those countries, like AC Milan, Inter Milan could set up academies in places like China and India, Indonesia, and all over Asia, Philippines, and everywhere. And so hopefully, recruit great talent from those countries, but also local players can go and play over there and train as well. So hopefully that will benefit Italian football as much as possible, which is, when it comes to football or soccer or whichever one you call it, I hope that it will benefit Italian football, soccer, as I say, or calcio, or whatever you want to call it, as much as possible. So I'd love to know what you think about this kind of idea, or these kind of ideas in my football videos, or what type of videos you like, and what you think of my ideas. Like, do you think they're quite good, or do you think, like, do you find them fairly interesting, or hopefully they're not boring, but like, I hope you'll find like my quirky ideas and things like how I think of things outside the box. I hope you'll find them interesting. And yeah, so I hope I can encourage as many people from Asian backgrounds around the world, even whether inside or outside of Asia, especially in Asia itself, because you've got, as I say, as an Italian football fan, obviously I want to improve the brand as Italian football, and obviously Asia is a huge market, because China and India together just have like with those two countries, sorry, have about 2.4 billion or so, 2.5 billion or something like that. Let's say 2 billion even fans, or even if you said a billion, that's still a heck of a lot of fans. Obviously, I don't expect everyone in there to love Italian football, but if I really dream, then that would be my dream, like to get as, even if it's not as a first team, like even if it's Italian football is there, or soccer again, or whatever you call it, is their second, like they like they at least follow it a little bit, then hopefully that can increase the brand value of Italian football, and hopefully that will in turn have a positive circle, because it will mean I'll say we as a fan, can buy more players, and invest in infrastructure. And I was going to say, like, when it comes to sorry, that was my train of thought. When it comes to when it comes to what fans I think should ask for, what clubs should ask for, especially fans, I think from the fans they should ask for like good behaviour, not causing damage when they go to different games, because that means the club has to pay as well. So it affects their reputation, generally speaking, in a negative way, I'm sure. And also to get behind the team, obviously, and encourage them. And what I think they should ask for, like, owners who come in and buy the clubs, is to invest in the local players, so they can invest in football facilities, which gives kids something to do, which keeps them healthy and also keeps them out of trouble. And also, like, invest in like football kits and things like that, so that hopefully that obviously will benefit the local community, as I say, with health, keeping people out of trouble because kids have something to do, and also it means that so when these new owners come in, I think they should ask for, like, the Italian football league, like Serie A, and the Italian football authority should ask for, like, the owners to, as I say, buy football pitches, buy as much space or land as they can around the world for Italians to practice on. And even if they have academies overseas, like, Italians can go over there and they can learn off each other, so it still benefit Italy as well and the national team. And I'll say the authorities working with the league as well, the national team working with the league, and always to have, I think they should always ask as well for, like, to invest in young talent, so young local talent. So they always have 3 under-21 players in all senior games. Is another idea of mine, and basically just develop as many young players as possible, at least 3 players. Sometimes it might have many, so the Italian league can have some young, great players that then it will benefit the national team as well, if they're national players, and, like, how they can learn from overseas players as well. So when overseas players come in, they could be a part of, like, being ambassadors for the game, and also training some of the younger players as well. So when players like Ronaldo, obviously he's Portuguese, but he can train some of the younger players from Juventus, from Turin, and, like, do stuff for the academies, so that young Italian players are also improving from the overseas players as well. And also, like, obviously to get trophies, like, me personally, because I love Italian teams to do well internationally. I hope for, like, fans, especially of top teams like Juventus, obviously lower level teams, even in the top flight, can't ask for, like, trophies internationally necessarily. Maybe it would be harder, obviously, for them to do so, but I think they should be talking about, like, 5 or 10 year, like, owners, managers, and coaches talk about their 5 or 10 year plans and visions for Italian football, so how they see want to see the league improving, and also, especially, like, also like, if overseas people with lots of money bought AC Milan, I think they should look at how their 5 or 10 year plan for AC Milan, for the youth structure, for how they're going to make the team get trophies and win and get back to the top of football, and same for any other Italian team. And as I say, same for Celtic, and whatever ideas I have for Celtic, I hope to have for Italian football, and vice versa, generally speaking. But if a new owner comes in and buys those clubs, then looking at how they can, as I say, invest in the youth, ensure that in the future they'll bring trophies to the club, and also, like, represent the Italian league, like Serie A, around the world, be ambassadors, brand ambassadors, and also develop young players. I think that those are 3 sort of main things, as well as investing in the youth infrastructure and, like, training equipment and materials, and also buying some overseas players as well, and academies overseas. But at the same time, even then, ensuring that will still benefit the youth, because those older players will teach younger players. And, like, say, if, say, AC Milan has an academy in Indonesia, people from Milan itself will be able to go to Indonesia as well, and Indonesians will come to Milan, and they train and help each other to practice as well. But I hope that, as I say, a lot of my projects also hope to benefit Asia as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it, wrap this video up, because I can't think of too much else to say. But I'll probably think of more in the future, and that's one reason why I do list videos, because it helps me to think. So I hope to get these ideas on paper as well. Please let me know what you think. Hope you'll give me some likes and share the video, please. Thanks.